Another way of looking at this, yeah, another way of looking at this would be, like, so he likes to cross-contaminate crime scenes, leave memento mori's behind, and take things from the crime scene that can be used to implement others in acts of criminality. So it all starts off with the Stephen Lawrence murder, the taking of a lock of hair from Stephen, and they jump back out the van, turning the corner. They do the weave, like he weaves the ropes in the movie, how clever he is, weaving the cop photo ropes with a gimp mask in the legs and arms. So when old boy Bacon comes down over Shooters Hill, Old Royal Military Academy, takes his right onto Dunblane Road, then swings a left round Abgrove, and then does a right and a right, comes back down along Downman Road. As they're down in Stephen, they've done the down in the Stephen, he picks them up in the van, swings back round the block, comes back up, tells him to get the fuck back out the van, make sure that nigger's dead. Yeah, he puts a second lunge in his chest whilst he's on the floor like a fucking Saving Private Ryan scene. And then he takes a lock of his hair, takes some of his hair, snips some of his hair, cuts some of the hair with a knife. Yeah, because they needed the hair in it to plant on Dave Novice. Yeah, Chris Novice's son. Old boy Novice, Bacon from North East London, wanted to put in the fray his rival from South London. I've got to go Gartree fucking prison in the next couple of days to see some fucker who's in prison, has been there 8 years because of a dickhead. I've just done 13 years here over this fucking knobhead. But he's always fitting people up, cross-contaminating crime scenes. It started when he was young, when he took the hair from fucking Stephen Lawrence, I'm assuming, yeah, and they used it to frame Gary Dobson and Novice. Gary Dixon with old boy John Bacon done the double bluff, and you got Double Lad over the river, yeah. Then he leaves a memento mori behind, being the leather gimp cop photo strap, and perhaps a watch strap would have been left to say, look, you're going to be strapped for time, yeah, and plus we've got you in the restraints. Plus they've taken some of Lawrence's hair as a memento, say. But not a memento, because we've, like Baconianism, innit? Vivisection as psychic, corrogery, which is Latin for surgery. They do things as a surgical operation. There's more than, they ain't gonna just skin a nigger for no reason. They're gonna take the hair from Lawrence and they're gonna plant it on Norris's son. Yeah, and see Dixon's on the internet with his fucking legs apart, with sellotape round his nuts, all over his hair, with his cock gash, his fasciole being shown to everyone. It's his way of saying, look, we had the fucking hair of Lawrence sellotaped to a piece of sticky back plastic, you stupid cunts. It's right in plain sight. You'll all overlook it and just look at his horrendous cock gash and why is it he's got his nuts taped to his legs. Oh, the pain. No, you're overlooking something. The fact that he's got hair on his legs with sellotape over it, and he's got them sitting in a prison cell in Leicester at Gartree, Gary Dobson, and he's got Norris, yeah, back down south of the river in Belmarsh getting shit kicked out of him whilst he sits there with his butcher bellend with his nuts sellotaped to his legs. What happened when they killed Stephen Lawrence was this. They had the lamping light on him, they had the hunting lens on him, yeah, this is what would have happened, just like coursing a rabbit, or hair. And to be heirs to the throne off the back of Old Royal Military Academy to show you where it is they're heirs to the royal liberty and heirs to people's fates in terms of cartomancy, palmistry with palmer split banana, manifest destiny, deprivation of liberty, unlawful imprisonment, the cross-contamination of crime scenes or planting of evidence or getting people put in a frame like he's been having blood sprayed around my door frame out there. To do that, they take a bit of Stephen's hair after killing him. Or whilst killing him, just in the process, whilst they film it on the target lens camcorder, whilst having the lamping light on him with the slide door of the transit van parked up. Right, they all dive back in the van, go back to East Ham Barking, to the BNP headquarters, C18 headquarters or whatever, or they go back over to the Royal Liberty, and he's sitting there in his electric recliners up at 9 Denby House, Kingsbridge Circus, Harold Hill, Romford, Essex in the Royal Liberty, thinking, and his mate over there, yeah, like they're fucking sitting there in their electric recliners doing Game of Thrones. And they're thinking, right, now we got this hair, all we got to do is put it on a bit of sellotape, yeah, and stick this on Norris's son at the next footy match, or when we get him fucking tagged by one of our boys in blue back over south of the river. And then when they find him with that small amount of hair on him, yeah, that's enough, combined with what we'll send them a note in a post, and plus we'll use our boys to look like their boys, innit, because they do anyway. That's why there's such a strong rivalry between the two of them. And that's why Norris looks so similar to Palmer Dixon. Get it? Mistaken identity. On the first two hearings, they weren't willing to convict because the ID parade couldn't be counted on. Why? Because you got the wrong fucking people. The people that have done it are these pricks, isn't it? And they've set them lot up. And then he's even got the audacity, he was sitting there with fucking sellotape over his nuts, with his cock gash, doing this with his legs and that, with his cock piece coming apart. But you'd all just see him doing mad shit with his legs and be more horrified with what he's done to his bell end and shit. No. You're missing a point. The point is he's got sellotape on hairs on his legs. Dave Norris has been convicted on account of the fact that hairs were found on his leg, yeah? At his home. But these are going to come blast with a sellotape, innit? And just ripped it off on his leg as they walk past him at footy. Yeah, and knowing someone brushed past you, and you look to see if you've been slashed or gashed, you're like, I ain't bleeding, I ain't couldn't been nothing, just brushed past me. No, he didn't, he just took hairs from the sellotape and just ripped them off on you, innit? Now they've come bust your plays 2 days later with a murder investigation inquiry team with forensics, find some of Stephen Lawrence's hairs on your trousers. Right, now he's stuck in Gartree, and he's locked up down south of the river, and they've just done 8 years. If it's genuine and they're in there, and this dickhead's here playing mind games, which is a clever fucking spoof on. He's got his cock piece out, sellotape all over his legs, isn't it? My sub-incision cum shot. So he comes a lot with it, playing with his split banana. But that one's down here in Belmarsh getting his fucking noggin split open because all the blacks think he's a racist fucking killer of Stephen Lawrence, when he's not. He's up in Leicester being draped by these Muslim fucking Indian arseholes and a load of arseholes in there who think he's Stephen Lawrence's killer. Neither of them have ever done shit. You set them up a kipper. And I've worked out everything that you've done that day if it actually happened, which it looks like it's happened. And old boy Bacon, an expert in military espionage and the deprivation of liberty, like unlawful confinement, unlawful imprisonment, unlawful hospitalisation, corrodery, surgical accuracy. My wrist, 150 stitches, all the shit he did to me as a kid. Unlawful confinement, doing the coursing on me on the hill. Well, it wasn't just coursing my ass, was it? It coursed other people, and they went hunting humans, not only for sexual abuse exploits, but in this instance to kill a nigger south of the river, so this one could become the official organ to the OTO, the Great White Brotherhood's manifesto, as the Summer Sanctissimus King Rex X Dixon, with his Avrex fucking Dixon pitch. And you've seen his dick piece, yeah, with the gash in it, he had on little tash. They ain't nothing. It ain't about the slit in the cock that's the issue. It ain't about all the other shit. You've got sellotape on your fucking nutsack on hairs. Your heirs to the throne. You've got them sitting in cells, yeah, in Leicester and south of the river, unlawfully because you framed them. Then years after your first framing of a group of people with your fucking horrible walked wickedness down off of fucking Academy Road and all the rest of it, Royal Hall Road, years later, you start setting, when you've done your SIS training and your Hendon Police training, you helm head, yeah, you've gone out and done a Davy Crockett on loads of people to get your nick ratio up, and at that Muslim shop who you aided and abetted in the molesting of that young girl. Then on top of that, when you finally do get to SOH Trident and they sent you out on the streets with SIS deployment over in Tottenham, White Hart Lane, when you ain't got little tops up on your todger, you're over in Tottenham, yeah, with old East End Barking boys, and you do bang bang on Mark Dodman. And then contaminating the crime scene again with a Beretta replica from '92 that you used to shoot my cat, Ginger Tom Max, with outside the house, coming around the back of my old girl's house on a regular, when you were stabbing a tree outside the house, cutting the bark off of it. And your gaffer plays J.S. Sparks the Sovereign, according to John, in German, to torture kids at 9 Denby House, Kingsbridge Circus, the same place he was sitting with the hairs in the tweezers, post-killing of Lawrence. Thinking, yeah, now we've got this nigger's lock of hair, yeah, all we've got to do is get this on fucking Norris's son, yeah, with the next footy match or whatever, bang to rights, innit? We wait till forensics find that on the little bastard. One way to skin a rabbit, skin a nigger, one way to become heirs to the throne, yeah, and it just took those couple of heirs taken from the murder scene, yeah, when you just murdered Stephen Lawrence, framed on him for you lot to fucking play this pitch off with the ultimate deprivation of liberty practice. Now, when you found out they were acquitted because the ID parade couldn't be relied upon, because it couldn't be, because it wasn't them, it was yous lot, when that first one, yeah, got acquitted, you was going to hand yourself in because you felt guilty about it. But then the more madder you got over the years on your power trip with the Weird Manifesto and got addicted to injecting drugs in your cock piece, and all the injecting of heroin and whatever else you do, dickhead, with your bald-headed crackhead ways and your Schellenbergian and cocks up this, cocks up that manifesto, yeah, you couldn't give yourself in anymore because you had too strong an addiction to the opioids and the cocoa. So, and plus, you had too much to lose by that point. You didn't expect a retrial for them to be doing time at a later date. But then you get the 2010-11 fucking retrial with them, yeah, which means that now 2 of them have been convicted for an offence that you committed. But you won't acknowledge what you've done and hand yourself in. You've gone too far with it. You've had too many people abused and tortured. You know that if you hand yourself in now, you're never going to see the light of day again.